What's up, guys? Welcome back to Firearms and Fellowship. We're in the lab this morning, and we're looking at the Model 99, the Marlin 99, that is. And we're gonna do a quick repair on this. I've got some parts here. We're gonna replace the buffer tube on this. Pretty simple procedure, really. It's just a little rubber. I don't know what they make them out of now, but just a little rubber piece. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of go through this gun real quick, replace that, and talk a little bit. Now I put this back together without all the its and bits, just to keep it together. This Marlin has kind of a unique screw here. It's very narrow but wide, and normally you want to find a screw head that is the same width as that screw, but I don't have anything like that. This is as close as I can get. It does fit in there good, but you sure don't want to cam out of this thing, so we're gonna kind of make sure that we're down in it. Having a good set of screwdrivers will sure save your guns. And of course I hit this gun with the scope on here. I'm not going to leave this scope on here, guys. It's just a placeholder. And this one has another screw back here now, I believe. Yeah, one more. I've not had this gun very long, so I'm not super familiar with it. I'm not an expert on it. But most of these guns you can muddle your way through. There we go. There's a inside shot of that. I think maybe we'll take a little tack cloth and just clean that up a bit. Set it to the side for now. Alright, let's get down to business. So this is the buffer that commonly breaks on these. Just kind of a hollowed out plastic piece. And guys have been making them out of a little bit more of a rubbery type stuff. This right here is just hard. You can hear the difference. Hard old plastic and more of a rubber composite type stuff. So we just need a pin to drive that out. An itsy bitsy pin. That ought to work. Hammerhead. Yep, needs another whack. Oh, I need my pliers in here. I don't have them. Oh, let me find a pair of pliers. Alright, I broke into my wife's toolbox. Well, that thing does not want to come out of there, does it? Might be a one-way pin. Let's try driving it out the other way. Sometimes those pins will be mushroomed on one side. Yep, see? Fell right out. Okay. Let's say it probably goes in, well, poop. Say it that way. I don't know. I don't know. Some of this is just trial and error. Well, that hole is not near deep enough. Oh, I got it upside down. There we go. Alright. There we go. I've already kind of cleaned this up, so we should just be able to pop it right back in. Get some of this out of the way. Okay. Something like this. Let's slide back up in here. There we go. That. Yep. Well, I'm not sure why this isn't all collating. It's in there like it should be. It's all not just quite lining up. Not sure why. Let's try putting this back pin in first. You know what? We may have this backwards. See how the shape of that is? No, that looks right. There we go. This other screw on the other side. That kind of loose. We gotta get the rest of this in. Maybe this bolt has to be back. Well, poop. Let's try it this way. Now I got myself in a pickle. Let's get this thing back in here. There we go. All right. Let's put this screw back in. There we go. Oh. Yeah, that thing just has to be all the way back. All the way back. Whatever reason. Some guns are really easy to take apart. Other guns are not. Some that seem difficult or easy once you know how to do them. But if it's your first time, like this is, you gotta muddle your way through it. But I think we did. It seems like this ought to tighten up somehow. Yeah, there we go. All right. Hey, we did it. Here we go. We got the buffer tube or buffer in there. Let me go ahead and take this scope off, guys, because I don't know. There's just something about this rifle. It feels like it needs a peep sight on it. And I had ordered this Williams. It wasn't labeled correctly. I was hoping it would work, but this is for a Ruger. 1022, that ilk. If you guys need one, holler at me. But yeah, I want to take this scope off. I've got some scopes coming that I may put on here at another time, but I'm not real happy with this scope. And like I say, I'd really rather have a peep sight on this particular rifle. I just think it would look better. And the neat thing about the Marlin 99 is that it is drilled and tapped from the factory for a peep sight. So I think that is pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and take this rail off too. It's a good idea to get you a good, this isn't a great set of bits, but it's a good selection. And you can usually find something that's pretty darn good to fit. So you're not marring your screws up too terribly bad. And I may put this rail back on here, I don't know. But for now, I wonder if these screws will fit flush back in here. Probably not. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. What we will do is put this in a bag. That way we keep our screws and rail all together. Alright, well now let's wipe this off a little bit. You can tell that rail's been on there a long time. And they never look the same. We can take a carding wheel to this and just knock off that little bit of, there's just kind of an edge of grime here. But we'll see if a little hops will do it. Nothing like hops in the morning. Yeah, I think that got it off. And I can order some screws from Midway or Numrix to put back in there. That's not a big deal. I'll wipe this down a little bit. See all the grime came up there? These 99s, you don't see them very often. For those of you that aren't familiar with the 99 became the Model 60. They just made a couple little changes and put the Model 60 on it. Changed from a walnut stock to I guess a beech stock. They weren't drilled and tapped for scope on the top or for a peep sight on the side. So just a few cost-saving measures really is the only difference between the 99 and the 60. They only made the 99 for a couple of years. All right, we got that cleaned up. Let's take the stock, put a lid on our hop so we don't make a mess. And let's take a little bit of tack cloth. And I like to use this to clean up the stock a little bit. It doesn't take much. Just a wee bit. And yeah, tack cloth, it's just real sticky cloth, and it'll pick up any grime that is on your stock. And just a couple wipes with this can really make a difference. It's always impressive to me what it can do. You know, you leave all that finger grime on the stock. I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, but man, it's already shining up really well. Of course, these Marlins, if they have a walnut stock, they'll have this bullseye. So it's kind of a nice little indicator that they gave for us. We may need another piece for this one because I can tell there's a lot of oil and grime on this stock. Once it starts getting clean, you'll feel this tack cloth starting to drag. And it'll leave it just a little bit tacky, but you can go back and wipe that off. Hmm. I think somebody had refinished this stock at some point. It doesn't have what I consider a normal Marlin finish on it, but that's okay. They did a pretty good job on it. I've seen worse. And it may be a factory finish. They may have done something more like this in the early years, but there's some kind of some run marks right here. I can feel them with my finger. I don't know if the camera picks them up, but yeah, I'm 99% sure this has been refinished at some point. And I could probably take some hot wool or something and smooth this out one day. There we go. It's picked up a little bit of grime off there. So now, what is this? Where'd this come from? Oh, that fell out of our buffer tube. There we go. Gotta line that hole back up a little bit. Just use this pin to do that. There we go. Got her locked in there now. Alright, let's put this stock back on. And we got a couple screws to put back in here. And this one goes here. Yep. You can see this screw is boogered up from somebody not using the right screwdriver on it. Yeah, it's just one of those things. As you get older, it kind of bothers you. Hate to see these old screws boogered up. But it doesn't affect the function of the rifle. And this is just a shooter. And that one is stripped out. So we may need to go in with a toothpick or something and tighten that hole back up at some point. But for now, I think we've got our shooter back. So we'll have to get this out on the range and take some shots with it with the open sights and see how it does. Guys, that's the Marlin 99 slash Model 60 buffer tube replacement and a little bit more. Guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day and God bless.